Guys, the 2024 draft class, not a very celebrated one, but that means there's potentially some good betting value in rookie of the year betting markets. Zach Edey is the fave here at plus 500. You got Reed Shepard at 6 to 1, and so on and so on. John, I know you keep an eye on the college basketball scene as we look
Yep.
at the board here, but who should we be looking at as a potential rookie of the year candidate?
I think, I look for like offensive guys, right? I think Zach Edey is going to be fine, but I don't think he's going to have the role to be rookie of the year. I look at like probably Reed Shepard, man. He looks most ready to come in and contribute at a high level. Summer league, he looked really good. In college, he looked really good. He made the right plays, didn't make too many mistakes, and he can shoot the ball. I think that's going to be his biggest kind of thing that he does well early on. So I'm going to have to go Reed Shepard. Rishache, is that how you say it? Rishache. I don't think he's going to be on the ball either and playing, that type of basketball to be rookie of the year. So if I had to go with someone, I'm probably going to go Reed Shepard, or I'd look down the list at a guy that's going to get a lot of minutes, and I would maybe sprinkle. But I'm going Reed Shepard for now.
Yeah, Risa Shea, the top pick down there at 13 to 1 at FanDuel. Chris, I look at dudes like Stephon Castle, Dalton Connect as potential candidates. I feel like a guy like Terrence Shannon Jr. has a chance.
Yeah.
Big time scorer at Illinois. He's going to the Timberwolves. Chris, do you have any thoughts on this betting market?
Yeah, it's a surprising market just because it kind of correlates with how much of a question mark this entire draft class was. It's not like the year prior where it was Victor Wembanyama or bust. Like you wanted that number one pick, and then anything after that, if you had any sort of value, that was a good thing. Now you're looking at a guy like Zach Edey, Reed Shepard, Metalis Buzelis, with better than 10 to 1 odds, which is surprising because none of those guys were selected with the number one or number two picked. Alexander Sarr at 10 to 1 with the Washington Wizards, and then Zachary Rissache, down the barrel, even though he was the number one pick. So odds makers are obviously tempering their expectations there. But when in terms of betting on a rookie of the year candidate, I look at roles. Who's going to have the opportunity to score the most? Who's going to play the most minutes? So kind of playing devil's advocate to John's pick of Reed Shepard, he's going to be coming off the bench. In Houston, they have their kind of backcourt set with Jalen Green, Dillon Brooks, and Fred VanVleet, and they're vying for a playoff spot. I don't know if Reed Shepard's going to have a substantial role in year one. He's going to spread the floor. He gives them another three-point shooter, but is that enough to get him the rookie of the year? That's why, even though the odds aren't exactly sexy, I like Zach Edey as my early pick for NBA Rookie of the Year. He is going to be the starting center in Memphis as long as he stays healthy. There's a reason they got rid of a guy like Steven Adams, a veteran who can block shots. Now they kind of slide in Edey into that role. Again, he has to stay healthy, and we have to see how his game kind of, transfers over to the NBA because he is very slow. He's very plodding. But he is a 7'4" big man. He can get boards. He's going to get a ton of boards in that offense. And Memphis is going to be a really good team. So if he's the starting center on a team that wins 45, 46, 47 games and gets to the playoffs, voters really like that angle, and Edey's going to get a ton of votes.